Hi guys, welcome back. We're doing a mid-year lineup for you today. Nothing super fancy. I'm just going to talk about what I use all of my planners for, if that has changed at all. And yeah, this should be a nice, simple video. However, I do tend to rant. So we'll see how long it ends up being. Straight off the bat, we have my planners. So I have my passport wallet here, which has changed. It used to be a regular size wallet, but I wanted the regular for something different. I got a new backpack that's a little bit smaller than normal, and this wasn't really fitting in it. So I went into the passport size, and honestly, I love it. I love my passport. It is my favorite size. It's my comfort zone. I'm thriving. So I'm very happy with that change. And my weekly or daily planner, which is the Stalogy Undated. We'll get into this one first because it is probably the quickest. The setup of the wallet is exactly the same as the regular size. I have a card folder here, the cotton folder from Traveler's Notebook. It basically houses the cards that I don't use all the time, like my Medicare card, my healthcare card, things like that. Then the round folder, the little folder, and then obviously the monthly insert. Now, something I will say, I am loving the itty bitty tiny insert. I love it so much, mainly because I just feel like it's more me. You've seen my journaling and stuff and how I've evolved. Not even evolved, but I've just found my comfort zone, which is minimalism. I'm really enjoying my minimalism, and this, nightmare. I look back at how I've been decorating my monthlies and I'm like, I just don't like it. It's a mess. It's too much. I'm just not enjoying it at all. Like, that's probably the closest that I somewhat like because of how there's not, it's not everywhere. So I'm really excited to use a passport because most of it will be writing, which is what I love, in any sort of journaling and stuff like that. The writing needs to shine. So I'll have tiny little gaps, obviously, if I didn't feel like doing it, feel like writing it in, or if we didn't really do anything that day. So yeah, it was nice and simple and to the point. Yes, I'm really excited to have something a lot more simple and minimal for my planning, for my monthly at least. I don't mind that it is a undated one. I'm not a huge fan of things being undated, but because I am one of those people who doesn't want to commit to something that's dated unless I am going to use it consistently, which is why I have an undated Stalogy at the moment, because it is a system that was different from last year. But at the same time, it's a monthly. So you set up a month once, or, you could do the entire 12 months in a day if you really wanted to. It's nice and simple and easy. So that doesn't really bother me. I'll probably stick with the undated because I did start this mid-year. Like, I literally started it in July. Why is that so shoved in? Relax, dude. My gosh. But yeah, so I'll probably keep up with the undated. Again, I get to use cute Plan by Jyla stickers, which I love because I hate writing out the days of the week the most, I think, because I always look at them and go, it just looks silly. I don't know. That's just my weird thing. I don't like writing out the days of the week. I can never write them neat enough in my brain. But anyway. So, yes, I'm very happy and pleased with how this is going so far. That's really the biggest, or, one of the changes that I've made. I don't know if I've met anybody who stuck with the same planning system all the year. I would love to meet them. To be fair, I think Kate does. She's pretty good at that. But anyway. Kate's an anomaly. We don't talk about Kate. Sorry, Kate. I love you. Anyway, Stalogy. This one that I have still enjoyed. I have changed it slightly. So I was a day a page person. That's how I was trying to do it. But it just stopped working for me. Because, some days it was really busy. Other days it wasn't. Because again, like, you get sick, or you just don't care anymore, or you're doing the same thing day after day after day after day. So it didn't require a lot. Sometimes just nothing happened, or you were out all day. I don't know. It just wasting a whole page, especially when because again, I I hate setting up things. So I set things up a week in advance just so I can sit down and just write out my to-do lists, even though sometimes it doesn't get used. So I went from a day a page and I decided, you know what, let's do 2 days a page. And honestly, I love it. This is this week's. I have to check those off. Today is Tuesday. I'm really, really enjoying it. I definitely find that I'm more likely to use it more, or I don't mind not having, like, if half the day is blank, I don't feel like I've wasted it, because usually it's only one day every now and then that I don't use it, rather than every single day. You know, and again, your half a day is better than a whole page wasted, in my opinion. I'm comfortable with that usage. So yeah, I'm really, really, really happy with this. Because of it, I think I am willing to commit to a take-a-note next year. I'm told that that's 2 days a page. Yes, and I really like the A6 size. It's working for me really, really well. I am excited. I definitely recommend, if you use Stalogy, to go 2 days a page, mainly because you can actually do other pages, like, especially if you're a bullet journaler, you can do, like, it's July now. You know, if you did the Stalogy, it does not have enough pages to say what month it is, like, straight off the bat, which annoyed me a little bit. I know it's a 365-day page. I think it's not, it's a little bit more, obviously. I think there's 10 extra pages, and I feel like if it was 12 extra pages, amazing. That way you can do a cute little title page if you really want to. But anyway, bleh. But yes, I have been told that it's not, I don't think it's advertised as a planner. It is advertised as just a notebook. So probably why, like, they're generous giving us 365 pages, but I still think it would have been nice if they just gave us a smidgen more. You know, especially because they've given us, like, dates and stuff. Like, it is still planner-esque. So, you know, I would assume that they would be trying to push more the planner side than just the notebook side. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I'm really loving it. I'm trying to decorate a little bit more on each page. You know, I get to use the stickers that I don't normally use in my journals, which I love. This week it's Herbie, because who doesn't love Herbie? He's my little planner pal. But yeah, that's really the biggest change for my Stalogy. Again, just going from a day a page to 2 days a page, and I am loving it. I'm really, really enjoying it. So that is the biggest change in my planning system. Yeah, close. Now, let's move on to a different book. And I don't think I've really explained this properly, and it has changed slightly from the chaos and mayhem that was my old book. This is my Commonplace book. No, I don't write poetry in it or song lyrics. Sometimes I write song lyrics, but it's not the typical Commonplace book that you see everywhere else. Like, you know, you YouTube Commonplace book, and I know there's a really popular video that comes up. It's by somebody, you know, she talks softly and it's a beautiful video to watch, but, like, you know, Commonplace book has this sort of vibe that, you know, it's for beautiful things that you just want to hold and keep everywhere. For me, it's everything that I don't have a book for goes in here. I discovered this sort of system that I've been using through the Commonplace log on Instagram, and then through her, I found someone on YouTube called Megan Rhiannon, I think her name is, and she does this sort of thing a lot. Like, her videos are very popular for her notebooks, and they are incredible. I love them. I love just watching. I put it on mute because I'm just like, I don't need to hear her talk. I just like to, like, see her flick through this book. It's really beautiful. But yes, so, which is basically the dot system. You just mark what the ranting is about. So I have 5 categories at the moment. I may add more, probably not. But I have game notes. I play games like Animal Crossing. If I ever took up Stardew Valley, I play games like that. Civ 6. You know, Civilization 6, I should say, for people who are unaware of what that is. You know, games that sometimes do require, like, checklists or notes, or just sometimes you have to write an idea down for it, especially things like Animal Crossing. You know, you have builds in mind and you want to go, like, I want this flower with this. And I'm one of those people who needs to write things down. I can't keep it in my head because I will forget. And I'm definitely not a keep a note in my phone kind of person, mainly because I forget that the note app is there, but I never check my phone for ideas. I check my notebook. I'm an analog gal, always will be. It's just how it's going to go. So I have game notes. Special interest / miscellaneous is things like D&D notes. If I'm creating a character, that'll go in here. Miscellaneous is literally anything. Like if I have to write down a phone number extension that I need to remember, or tracking numbers that I need to remember from random things, literally anything that, again, I don't want to lose on a scrap piece of paper goes in this book. Then I have projects. So at the moment, an example is I'm redoing my TV unit. So like I have measurements, things that I want to buy for it, the color of the paint that I want to get for it. So again, projects that require steps or a lot of figuring out, I will mark it as that. Business, so my little shop, a bit niche. If I have ideas for that, or if I need to calculate things, all that sort of stuff goes in the business tag. And then YouTube and Instagram. So obviously if I have ideas for YouTube or Instagram, they will go there. But yeah, it's very simple. You just sort of put the dot where you can see it. I am going to be moving this dot to that end, so if I need to quickly reference, I can do this gig rather than having to open the book completely. It makes sense. If there's 2 dots, it means it's a project, but because of a special interest. So I made a Dungeons and Dragons insert for a notebook, or I'm working on one for one of my notebooks. So it's going to become a project because I'm going to have to work on it on a computer or something, and there will be steps. I need to remember what I want on each page. So it's a project for a special interest. Yeah, this is a game note for Civilization. Again, like there's a lot of these things that I have little stickers for. So that's essentially what I use my Commonplace book for, and I love it. I love that it's a little bit more organized, because this one that I had been using for about a year or 2, I think, it was literally just open it, write whatever, and then close it again. It was utter mayhem, and I needed something a little bit more organized so I can find things in the future. But yeah, so that's how I use my Commonplace book. Okay, now, TNs. Most of these are the same. So my brown, it has become my D&D notebook. There's my character sheet. These are what my notes will be. I have got another system or another notebook that I have for notes. I haven't transferred everything over yet. You know, there'll be tabs and such. I wonder if I can find my old book. No, I'm not going to bother. But there's tabs and stuff to keep track of special things that I need to remember. That sort of stuff. This is only a week old. I've only just moved into this last week because I finished the last notebook. So there is a lot to do, still be done, but that is what I use my brown for. These four are my just junk journaling. You know, the stuff that you see on my Instagram and my YouTube a lot. Obviously, this is probably the biggest change. I've moved my personal journal from my Kyoto to the olive. Obviously, olive is my favorite. It's my heart. Everyone knows how obsessed I am with the olive. I'm very happy that they brought it to the main lineup. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so I have a junk journal in 4 sizes: passport, A6, personal size, and regular size. I currently didn't finish this one because I just didn't want to. I still like it. It's still cute. It's nearly finished. I think I've got, a handful of pages to go. But I just really wanted to try the regular size. I wanted a little bit of a challenge. And honestly, I'm loving it. I think I've really figured out how I journal in a regular size. And I'm just really happy about it. It's even changed. This has helped me change and what am I trying to say? Figuring it out in this way has helped me make my personal journal a little bit prettier. I'm really excited about that because I've always wanted my personal journal to be like the favorite. You know, the one that you put the most effort into? I never used to. Because it was, again, it's for writing. It's for writing down feelings and that sort of stuff. But seeing how I can make, you know, little decorative things and be really cute and still have a lot of writing, I was like, heck yeah, this is amazing. I love this now. I love being a regular sized journal gal. However, passport's still my favorite. I'm so comfortable there. I'm so at home there. But the biggest challenge with the 4 different sizes is that I really don't want to, I don't want to flick between them constantly. I want to start a regular size, finish a regular size, put that away. Start a passport size, finish a passport size, put it away. I want to cycle through them, so I'm constantly trying to challenge myself in a way, because, you know, sometimes you just get into a mood where you're like, oh, I'm so sick of regular, I'm really struggling with it, and then you move on to a A6 or somewhere where you're comfortable. But I really wanted to challenge myself to make sure that I can journal in any size, regardless of how I feel in it. I just want to be comfortable in all aspects of journaling, essentially. No, I will never do an A5. Never ask me. Nor will I ever do an A4. That is insane. But yeah, this is, again, they're pretty much exactly the same. I'm just trying not to flick between so many at a time. So yes, some covers stay empty for a couple of months. Or, you know, they get used really quickly. Like, I power through a passport size because I find it easy. I find it quick and simple. Whereas this will probably take me probably close to a year because it is not my comfort zone and I'm still getting used to the size. So again, hasn't really changed much. And then the olive is just the biggest, the newest addition. And again, it's the exact same setup as it always has been. It's just in a beautiful olive color now. So, and it's my happy place and I love it. But that's really it, guys. That's my 2023 lineup, or mid-year lineup. Again, it hasn't changed a lot. Hasn't changed much at all. But it's still changed. And that's how things go. You learn more things about yourself. You become honest with yourself. And you adapt and you change, and that's fine. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.